I had always prided myself on being a fearless individual, someone who could face any challenge head-on without flinching. But on that fateful night, as I walked alone through the desolate streets, I would come face to face with a terror that would shatter my confidence and leave me questioning the very fabric of reality. It was a moonless night, and the darkness seemed to swallow everything in its path. The streetlights flickered ominously, casting eerie shadows that danced on the pavement. A chill wind whispered through the narrow alleyways, causing my skin to prickle with unease. Ignoring the warning signs my instincts screamed at me, I trudged forward, determined to reach my destination. As I walked, the silence weighed heavily upon me, broken only by the distant sound of my own footsteps echoing through the vacant streets. It was as if the world had held its breath, waiting for something dreadful to unfold. Goosebumps prickled my arms, and a sense of foreboding washed over me. But I pressed on, my heart pounding in my chest, hoping to shake off the unease that had settled within me. The air grew thick with an unnatural stillness, and a strange smell invaded my nostrils, a sickly metallic scent that twisted my stomach into knots. I quickened my pace, my eyes darting from one shadow to another, searching for any sign of movement. It was then that I noticed a figure in the distance, a silhouette that seemed to sway in the darkness. My heart leaped into my throat as I squinted, trying to discern the identity of the mysterious figure. But as I approached, I realized with a jolt of fear that there was something profoundly wrong with it. Its limbs were twisted at impossible angles, and its body seemed to be contorted into a grotesque mockery of humanity. A shiver ran down my spine, and an icy wave of terror washed over me, threatening to paralyze my every move. I wanted to turn and flee, to escape the nightmarish sight before me, but something compelled me to stay. It was as if an invisible force rooted me to the spot, forcing me to confront the horror head-on. My mind raced, desperately searching for a rational explanation, but none could be found. This was no trick of the light or figment of my imagination. It was an abomination that defied reason. The creature's head snapped up, and its hollow, empty eyes locked onto mine. A guttural growl rumbled from deep within its throat, causing a surge of primal fear to course through my veins. In that moment, all thoughts of bravery and courage evaporated, replaced only by an overwhelming instinct to survive. I turned and ran, my footsteps pounding against the pavement, echoing through the deserted streets. But no matter how fast I sprinted, the creature matched my every move, its relentless pursuit closing the distance between us. Panic consumed me, threatening to consume my very being. I darted into a narrow alley, hoping to lose it within the maze of darkened passageways. But as I turned a corner, I found myself face to face with the creature, its twisted form blocking my only escape route. A blood-curdling scream tore from my throat as I stumbled backward, my mind desperately grappling with the reality of the situation. How could this be happening? Was this some macabre nightmare from which I couldn't wake? There was no time for contemplation, as the creature lunged toward me, its grotesque form contorting in an unnatural display of agility. With every ounce of strength I could muster, I fought back, my fists striking blindly at the creature. But my blows seemed feeble against its unearthly strength, and its bony fingers wrapped around my throat, cutting off my breath. Darkness crept in at the edges of my vision as I gasped for air, my struggles growing weaker by the second. Just when I thought all hope was lost, a blinding light pierced through the darkness, and the creature recoiled in pain, releasing its grip on my throat. I fell to the ground, gasping for air as the light enveloped me, banishing the horror that had plagued my existence. When I finally regained my senses, I found myself lying on the pavement, surrounded by concerned faces. The paramedics told me that a passerby had witnessed the struggle and intervened, scaring the creature away with a powerful flashlight. They assured me that I would be safe now, that it was all over. But deep within, I knew that the memory of that night would forever haunt me, a constant reminder of the terrors that lurk in the shadows. From that day forward, I would never be the same. The fear that had once been foreign to me now clung to my every step, a constant reminder of the darkness that can consume even the bravest souls. The world had forever changed, and I was left to wonder just how many other horrors lie hidden, waiting to be discovered in the dead of night.